my beautiful friends, it's Lisa here from Arcaneandstellar. I want to welcome you to my channel today for this timeless pick a card reading. So you heard it, timeless. Whenever you come across this video, if you are feeling drawn to it intuitively, if you're feeling like it pulled you in, it was thrown in your face, somehow you just clicked here, you know, it's probably meant for you to hear. So with that being said, we have 4 different groups to choose from. And we have 4 different stories, obviously, that are going to be developing for each of you watching, you know, depending on which one you choose. But the question here we're looking at is, who is your future long-term partner? So your next future long-term partner in your life, what are they like? What qualities do they possess? We're going to get very detailed in this reading. I have slips of paper I've made as well. Yeah. We have a lot of detail in here and we'll do charms and all the good stuff. So get, you know, comfy and all that stuff because we're going to be here for a while. So yeah, anyway, we have, like I said, 4 different groups to choose from. I want you to really take a breath, take a deep breath and see where you're feeling drawn. Which image is really pulling you in? Is it, you know, the yellow butterfly? Is it the bird here? Is it the green bluish butterfly? Or is it the hummingbird? So definitely take, you know, a moment to really tap into your intuition as you ask that question, who is my next partner? Who is my next long-term partner in particular? So, and then see where you're feeling drawn. Once you've found your selection, say, you know, you want group 4 with the hummingbird, then I want you to go down into the description box, because certainly it'll be there, and you will find timestamps for when your message actually starts. So you can kind of skip right to that part of the video, you know, if you're new to pick a card readings. But I want to say thank you for being here. If you do enjoy this reading, I love it you gave it a thumbs up. If you subscribed, you can get more content like this. There's also the join button too, so you can join as a member here to support the channel and also get, in exchange, exclusive pick a card readings that are only for the members. We also have, you know, the ability to get personal readings with me. So that's through my Etsy store. You can find that also in the description box, as well as the link to all the decks I'm using are up there as well. My Amazon wish list if you do want to get back to me or the channel in some way. And I do want to say a big thank you, because basically one of you, and you know who you are, you went on my wish list and you got me a duvet cover for my bed, and I love it. And if you want to email me to get a personal reading in exchange for what you gave me, please message me, email me at arcaneandstellar@gmail.com. You can find it in my YouTube profile as well. So thank you, like, to all that donate, that go on my wish list. I do appreciate it a lot. But otherwise, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get started. I wish you all the very, very best, and I hope and, you know, pray that this reading will be informative, helpful, and insightful for you. Let's get started. Hey friends, so if you chose group number 1 here with this butterfly, this is going to be your reading. So let us get started and see who is your long-term partner, your next long-term partner, this next person to come into your life. So with that being said, we've got 2 cards and I'm going to be shuffling and we're going to get some good details, physical descriptions, all the good stuff, okay? So we've got the card gift here, number 17. And we also have Lust, Venus and Aries. It's very interesting, actually, that Venus and Aries came out, because I am working on a long project about Venus and Aries. I'm actually going to do Venus through all the signs. But obviously, since Aries is the first sign, that's like the one I've been working on in depth. I actually have this placement, but by doing this research that I've been doing, I've learned so much about Venus and Aries. So some of you may be aware that Venus and Aries is actually, you know, not a strong placement. It's in the opposite of its ruler, Libra. And so whenever a planet falls into the sign that's opposite of their ruler or their exaltation as well, so for instance, like Venus in Virgo as an example is also kind of weaker, we have, you know, some issues that pop up. I will tell you that Venus in Aries tends to be, and your partner may have these qualities, okay? They may have actually Venus in Aries, or this could signify a few things, okay? I will tell you that right away I'm picking up on an energy that's very, very giving, very impulsive, right? Generally, Venus in Aries likes to do things very quickly. You know, you're not going to find a lot of tiptoeing around the situation. They're going to be very direct. They are going to be very, you know, they're in it to win it with you. And so you may find that their qualities are like that. I know a lot of people have that stereotype of Venus and Aries being unfaithful or bored easily or not staying very long term. I wouldn't say that's always the case. That's actually not true, because I've been married for, you know, 18 years. But so obviously we know how to handle a long-term relationship. It depends. Like, you know, I will tell you that the dynamics of Venus and Aries they need excitement. They need change. They need, you know, somebody that's constantly challenging them and helping them grow. Like, they're not, you know, meant for something boring. And so you may find somebody whose interests, their hobbies, Venus is our hobbies, their likes may change a lot. They may change, you know, their style. They may change their, you know, this sort of, you know, things. They may also be kind of more bolder with money, as an example. They may, you see that volcano. I do feel like this person's their lust might be very high. That's for sure. Venus rules sex in making love, okay? I know a lot of people, I don't know where in modern astrology this actually came about, but a lot of people say, oh, Mars is sex. And, you know, that's actually not something that was necessarily anciently ascribed to Mars. It was actually a Venus thing, because Venus is making love, you know? And so, again, the dynamic in bed can be quite exciting. It can be kind of like, you know, quick and spontaneous. You know, we have these sorts of vibes as well. Very excitable, you know, and kind of youthful as well, because, you know, Aries does have that sort of more youthfulness to them as well. And then we have gift, and we could see somebody who's a gift giver. We could see the language of gift giving, of acts of service and kindness, of giving stuff. We can see somebody, and the bow there makes me feel as if this person kind of comes into your life as a gift. It's almost like the universe is gifting you a person, the person that you needed, as an example. For some of you, you may have been single for a very long time, and it's sort of like you're getting that person who, you know, you deserved. It's like almost like, yeah, your angels, your guides, you know, your ancestors are trying to place this special person into your life, okay? Like, here, you deserve this. And the bow on the gift makes me think of somebody who actually is quite good looking, quite attractive, has a nice persona, a nice presence, you know what I mean? We've got black eyes here, so this person could have dark eyes, maybe like almost black in nature. We have well-dressed. Oh, that's so funny. That's exactly what I was saying with the gift. Yeah, somebody who's well-dressed, well, you know, takes care of their appearance quite a lot. You know some famous Venus and Aries. Let me actually mention a few, because I've actually been, like I said, researching this, so I'm pretty adept right now at Venus and Aries, because I've spent a lot of months on this project. But like Audrey Hepburn, Marilyn Monroe were Venus and Aries, Katharine Hepburn, you know, Audrey Hepburn as an example, beautiful icon of fashion, right? Same with Marilyn Monroe, right? Bob Seger, Melissa Etheridge, oh gosh, who else? Conor Oberst. There's a lot of Venus and Aries, actually. Rihanna, I think it's a Venus and Aries, or is she an Aries moon? Actually, you know what? I think she might be the Aries moon. Oh, Venus and Aries, Shakira as an example as well. So, again, those are just some. We have competitive. Oh, I don't know how that got into there. That's not actually a physical attribute. That should be in my other bowl. But anyway, that's all right. Let me see what else we've got here. So we've got black eyes, well-dressed. We've got blue eyes as well. So for some of you, maybe blue eyes. For some of you, black eyes. Hopefully I'm going to get some kind of hair color here. Oh, we have quality time. Okay, that's not supposed to be there as well, but that's fine. They got mixed in there. We've got brown hair. Okay, I'm going to stop with the physical attributes. So we've got brown hair, we've got blue eyes and black eyes. So for some of you, I like I said, I think that the eye color is going to be dependent. Obviously, group readings, you know what I mean? Not everyone's going to have the exact same thing, but yeah. And then we have the quality time. Now, quality time to me is a love language. So I'm going to kind of stick that over there, as well as competitive. And even with Venus and Aries, again, this person might fight for your affection, fight for your, you know what I mean? Like they're willing to compete for you, as an example. They might be the kind that's like a little bit possessive, a little bit, not jealous per se. We'll see what comes out in these cards here. But I want to kind of look a little bit more and find out about your person. So I'm going to try not to look at them, you know, obviously. But let's get in the bowl and see what we got. I'm going to take this one. Oh yeah, we've got independent. Nearby. Okay, that's interesting. So this person could be nearby to you. Foreign. Oh God. Okay. Well, they could be nearby and foreign. Like they might not be from your area. Relaxed. Mm-hmm. Let me just get a few more here and then we're going to go over them. That's actually funny. Okay. Okay, two more. I want two more and then I'm done. Okay, one more. There we go. Okay. Let's check and see some personal, you know, little details here. Okay, so. Oh my goodness. Okay, this is cute. Okay, so we have competitive and independent. So again, that Aries nature coming through very strongly. If this person isn't in a Venus and Aries, they may have Venus-Mars aspects in their chart because those planets together act very similarly as the Venus-Aries, or Venus and Scorpio is an example too because it's in a Mars-ruled sign. So we can see somebody, like I said, it doesn't have to be that they'd be a Venus and Aries, but they're definitely going to have some kind of qualities like that. Or maybe they'll have Mars in the 7th, a Venus house, or something like that. Okay, so we have somebody who's very independent, very competitive. They may like to kind of do their own thing. Obviously, independence implies somebody who's willing to kind of do things on their own. They don't look to other people for help or support necessarily. They're very, you know, they'll figure it out on their own. They're not the type of person to, yeah, be very needy as an example as well. You know what I mean? But we also have, and we have opinionated too, by the way. So I think that kind of goes well with the, with that competitive independent energy. They might be quite opinionated, and they may. And sometimes with Venus and Aries, why that can be kind of difficult is our social graces are Venus. And so the social graces sometimes can be a little bit like rough, right? Because it's Mars. So it's like, you know, they might say things matter of fact. Like, I have this opinion and that's what it is. You know what I mean? So sometimes it can come off a little bit rough for people, you know what I mean? Depending. You know what I mean? Especially on the other aspects and stuff like that if there was a Venus and Aries. But, yeah, we could see somebody who's very opinionated, who has, you know, maybe their ideas. And we also have cocky as well. So this person could be actually quite like, you know, have more cockier behaviors, kind of with the competitive, independent, opinionated. We're seeing a vibe here, I think, pretty clearly. So this person could come, you know, maybe appear cocky at times, very like kind of, you know, they're, you know, they know themselves. They know who they are, and they're not afraid to be who they are. And that's, you know, that can be a very good thing, you know. And it's not that they're greedy, you know. Oh my goodness, we have the King of Wands here, yeah. So definitely some fire, some strong fire in the chart. But they're not to the point, and this is cute, okay, okay. But they're still reflective. I wouldn't say that this is a person who is like cocky to the point of not being able to like connect emotionally with other people or really see another side. I think here with the Two of Swords, we can see a more reflective nature. And look at this, we have relaxed. So this isn't a person who's like, you know, totally like obsessed with people believing like them. Like they still have a relaxed nature, and that's cute because of the Four of Swords came out. So definitely that's a card of relaxation. So maybe they like to have a lot of leisure time, you know, but again, as well, they may not be the type of person who's like, you know, they're not going to obsess over if somebody's not like having the same opinion. Yeah, they're opinionated, but they're not like really rude about it, right? They're going to be somewhat relaxed, right? And we also have expensive taste. So that's cute because of the gift card. So I guess actually probably this person will give expensive gifts. Probably they're going to be the type that kind of, you know, deviates towards the more expensive side of life. They might like luxury items, or, you know, spending a good amount of money, you know what I mean, on the things that they want. And again, that might be where that competitiveness comes in. They're, you know, maybe keen to make money. And also with Venus, Venus is money, right? And when it's in a Mars sign, they're driven. They're going to be driven to make money. You know what I mean? So again, because maybe they want to fund the expensive taste that they do have, right? And then we have some interesting things. We have rural lifestyle. Now, the rural lifestyle, I made different types of lifestyles in this particular bowl. I have a lot of them. Rural lifestyle could indicate somebody who wants to, you know, it doesn't have to be that they are. Maybe they grew up in a rural lifestyle, or they want to have a rural lifestyle. Like they want to have, you know, maybe chickens or goats, or they want like a more country life perhaps, or not maybe very urban as an example, or they may not have grown up in an urban situation as well. They might be used to a rural lifestyle. I think it's going to depend, obviously, for some of you. So I won't give you a clear-cut answer on whether it was maybe a childhood thing or if it's something that they really want. I guess we could ask, is this something that they would want, or for the majority watching the rural lifestyle? Tell me a little bit more. It might be for some of you the way that they grew up. There also may be a desire to live off the land or something like that too, for some of you. We have tough childhood as well. So this person may have had a tough childhood. They may have had difficulties in their childhood. Maybe not the most ideal childhood that one could have, right? We have artistic as well. So that's interesting because of the Venus and Aries. In the book, of the guidebook of this particular card, it does mention it as being very artistic, or at least someone who has artistic taste, like perhaps they surround themselves with artistic people as well. So again, this person may have kind of a good vision, good taste, and especially with the expensive taste and the well-dressed, you know. Artistic can also show, you know, just having good taste, you know what I mean, for good art, for nice things, and that sort of thing, okay? So I wouldn't say that this person comes off like a bum, you know what I mean, or somebody who's like sloppy or dirty, or, you know what I mean? I think that they take care of their appearance pretty well, probably care a lot about their body and, you know, just their general wellness and, you know what I mean, and looking good in their version of what that is. And then we have nearby and foreign. So that's kind of tricky. I am going to kind of clarify this because, well, and we're going to get these cards out because I'm going to use them in a minute. But let me see here. There it is. There it is. Okay, I was like, where did I put my deck down? So nearby and foreign. I feel like you haven't met this person yet. Maybe. Let's see. Nearby or foreign. Like, where is this? What's the deal with this? Nearby and foreign. Because for some of you, this may literally be that they are foreign. They may also be somebody that moves to your area as well. For some of you, this actually will be somebody that is at a distance and travels towards you. For others of you, though, it may be somebody who's living in your area but is not from your area, maybe even foreign, like from another country, as an example. So, or has like maybe a foreign background to you as well, like maybe different roots, like, you know what I mean? Like, for instance, if you had like Chinese roots, they could be like, you know, let's say Indonesian, or they could be, you know, whatever. Okay, let's see. Tell me more about this person. Oops. We have schedule, so we have management, plan, and organize. So this might be somebody who's a very, with competition being there. Of course, this might be a person who's very focused on their goals, very goal-oriented person. Oops, sorry, that sounded weird. They may be a person who has a lot on their schedule. They might be always kind of trying to take care of their time. I do feel like this person's very dynamic. I will tell you that much. Like, I do feel like that they have a lot of energy going out around. And so they may, you know, need to focus a lot on management, schedules, plans, organization, that sort of thing. I would say that they have organized qualities, which is nice. So they're not all over the place. We have the sweetheart, pure, unconditional love, beloved. This is a person who loves with their heart, with their soul, you know what I mean? Gives every ounce. And that's a very Venus and Aries thing. They tend to very much give a lot. They'll be like, you know, overboard sometimes in their affections. Now, I feel like this person definitely has those sort of like passionate qualities where it's just like they give, you know what I mean? And we see that with the gift card too. Somebody's very giving. And we have, by the way, I was going to talk about the numbers. We have number 1 and 2, which I thought was kind of interesting. And then we have 2 and 1. So I don't know. I just thought that was an interesting dynamic. Of course, we have number 4, 76, and 17 as well. So, you know, these could be important in some way, but we'll see, you know. I guess I'd leave that up to you. But yeah, we definitely have somebody who is very, very stuck on you, very much in love, very much a very beloved person for you. But I also feel like I said, there is that unconditional love that can really develop here in this relationship as well. So again, really indicating that it would be a long-term relationship. It would be something that would grow with time. You know what I mean? Now, let's get some charms and see. My thing is kind of dusty. You know, what can I say? Let's just get this. I have a board that I usually put them out on, and guess what? I don't know what I did with it. When I moved, like, I don't know where I put it. It's just MIA. So let's get in here. I do feel like this person's a very kind of chill person, like very kind of relaxed. Okay, what do we got here? Let's see. Oh my goodness, that's so interesting. We have the cameo twice. We have 2 different cameos. So to me, this is a symbol of beauty. This person's very good looking. I think that you'll find them to be quite the good looking person. Absolutely. Wow, that's very interesting. And one's bigger than the other, and actually you might yourself be quite good looking, so you'll be quite a good looking pair as well. Okay, we also have the lion here. Ooh, so maybe some Leo vibes here as well for some of you. We have a few signs. We also have Sagittarius right here and Gemini. We have Pisces too. So we do have a few signs here. Fire signs are really showing up strong. But of course, the lion to me, you know, is a message of bravery, of courage, of leadership. So, you know what I mean? Very strong leadership qualities. But we have the kindness of Pisces. And in fact, actually with Pisces and the 4 of Swords, this person may actually like to sleep a lot or relax a lot. Like actually, they're not always a go, go, go. And I think with the schedule, it's like they manage their time and energy pretty well. Like they know when to slow down. They know when to go. Like, I feel like this person has a pretty good sense of self in that way. They're very driven, okay, with the dude from, you know, and even Belle too. We have 2 very kind of driven characters here showing up, right? So, and Belle could show that the person loves to read. And that would make sense also with Gemini and Sagittarius, because those are learning signs. They love to learn, to expand their mind, to travel, to explore. Again, that's Belle. She wants to see, you know, more, and you know what I mean? So again, this is a person, and even with foreign as well, they may want to go to foreign countries. They may like to engage in foreign activities too with Sagittarius. But also with Gemini, road trips is an example, you know, really enjoying learning. This person will be very taken by you. This shows me that they've got the eyes for you. Even as creepy as this button looks. But yeah. And also we have the doozer. Now I take this little guy. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, there we go. Do you see how cute? It reminds me of when I was a kid. There was a show called Fraggle Rock. And I was, you know, born in the 80s. But anyway, there was a show called Fraggle Rock, and there were these little dudes in this, and this one always reminds me of them. I don't know what it was meant to be. Actually, I think this came from one of Cameron, who's a viewer here. She's one of my friends. She had sent me some charms she found in a thrift shop. And she mailed me them in the mail, and this came in that anyway. And it was just on its own. So, but that was what I saw when I saw it. I was like, a doozer. So anyway, you know, I think of someone who's a very hard worker. And we also have horse here too. So again, freedom, leadership kind of showing up. And that's interesting because of Sagittarius there too, horses. But anyway, and then we have the perfume bottle, again, perhaps pointing to the person really liking expensive taste. Maybe this person wears nice cologne as an example. Very much, you know, kind of that type of person. Yeah. Okay, cool. So anything else here? I think that's about it. Oh my God, you know what's funny? I put my deck over on the other side, or this card flipped over. Oh, that's so funny. And I've been ignoring it this whole stinking time. Adventurer. Wow. Explorer, passion, and travel. That's hilarious because of, like I told you, this person may like trips. Like they may like foreign trips, local trips, road trips. They want to just explore. Like this is a person who likes to, you know, have adventures. So I think that you could expect this person to be like, let's go on a hike. Let's go to this place. Let's go to that festival. Let's go, you know, visit Vegas. Let's go visit this place. Let's go visit that place. Like they're an explorer by heart, by nature. And it'll never be a dull moment. I can tell you that much. This is a person where there will never be a dull moment. Like they're always going to be kind of active and wanting to do stuff. I will say that much from what I got that. And they really love quality time. And again, that's their love language, is spending quality time with you. So they'll always schedule you in. Like there's no way that they would not, you know what I mean? There's not, this is a person who's very much invested in you and wants to spend as much time together. And quality time to them is probably going to look like traveling, you know, speaking about, having a very intellectually based relationship as well. One in which you guys talk about your dreams, your hopes, you know, your philosophies in life, where you can talk to like, you know, 4 a.m., you know, for instance, really connecting. And beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I am so happy. This was a great reading. I really liked it. So I hope you guys liked it as well. And I wish you nothing but the best. I hope you guys have a beautiful and blessed day. If you want to get a personal reading with me, you can do that by going up in the description box. Please subscribe if you haven't. And if you like this video and you want to see more content like this, give me a thumbs up on this video so I can go ahead and do that. And then I know for the future that you like these sorts of videos. Hopefully you guys like the little injection of the cards, pieces of paper, because I thought that was a really fun, I don't know, I just had fun doing it. I was watching Pirates of the Caribbean and making them. It was just fun to come up with different attributes and ideas about who people can be and the kind of things can mold their personality, but beautiful. Anyway, I wish you the very, very best. Lots of blessings to you, and I will see you next time, okay? Bye-bye. Hello, my beautiful friends. So let's get started on group number 2. So like I said, we're going to be here for a minute for like, I don't know, the last one was 20 minutes. We'll see what happens here, but we'll be here for a minute. So get settled and relax and let's get started. So you've chosen the bird. And so of course, obviously, like instinctually, I will say that, you know, the bird can indicate, you know, somebody that has these types of behaviors, perhaps likes to talk, chat, that sort of thing. Could be somebody that you know, have a great talking connection with, as an example too. But let's get into the cards and kind of really dig in and see what comes out here. And like I said, we're going to go through attributes, including physical attributes. We're going to do it all, okay? So yeah, well, we're going to have some fun. So, what do we got here? Ooh, we've got Mars and Capricorn, very, very strong. That's actually a very strong place for Mars. We can see somebody who is very much oriented towards success. Somebody who really regards authority, rules, reputation as something very important in their life, and they may be very driven towards these things. So again, this is often very common in people who are very career-oriented, who are very driven towards success, towards, you know, higher status as an example as well. It's a very good omen. Or, you know, and for some of you, this person may have Mars in Capricorn. If not, it may be Mars in the 10th house as an example, you know, that sort of thing too. We have the family room here. And we've got message of concern. So we have 10, 14, and 21 as numbers showing up here. So the family room, that's obviously going to tell me right off the bat that this person's family oriented. They could be a bit private as well. So it's interesting because we have like sort of public and private. So I want to say that there's probably a good balance here as well. This person may also work or do something in which they often address other people's concerns. So I kind of wonder if it might be coming into their career as an example, or it might be just kind of the way they handle things. They might be very driven towards helping people with concerns. So this person could have the personality of a helper, somebody who's very aligned towards, you know, helping other people as an example. And I also want to say that this person may be very driven. If we think about the nature of Mars and Capricorn, the opposite is Mars and Cancer. And I noticed that Cancer rules, ruled by the moon, and it rules family and home. So to me, I feel like this person is very much engaged in the outer world in order to make a very comfortable home, is something I'm getting. So it's somebody who's very much focused on owning a home, on, taking care of the home, and they will go through many great lengths to achieve this. Okay. And again, this is somebody who is able to kind of take details from their life and maybe more difficult things like these concerning messages as an example, or sort of concerns, and they're able to kind of they may actually be a very good advice person, like somebody that has good authority for advice, has good knowledge, has a good standing, has good respect, in their circle as an example, and in their area, especially like at work as an example. I would say this person is well respected and may even hold a leadership position. This is definitely a person with like a leadership style position. If they're younger, this is somebody who will obtain leadership in their life. They will be a person who either becomes the boss in some way, whether it's their own boss or running a company or something like that, or, kind of rising to the top, being the manager as an example. This is somebody that has great, they're very adept at being a leader. Okay. So that's going to come out in their life. Right. And I think they give from the heart is something I'm getting. So we're going to find out more about them, but I want to go ahead and look at maybe some few physical attributes. I have them here, and then we have a lot of characteristics going to be coming out in the other bowl. I have a lot of things. So this is more just like maybe eye color, hair color, things of that nature, maybe more physical things. I'm going to just shake it a little bit here. Let's just shake it up. And we'll go. We've got gray hair here. So for somebody, this person might have some gray in their hair already. Now, I know that it doesn't mean you're marrying getting with a silver fox. It might mean that, for instance, like my husband had gray in his hair already at like 21. So it might just be somebody who has a few flecks, of gray. Okay, we've got brown eyes here. And we've got green eyes. So we've got two different eye colors like the last group. So I guess that Spirit's like, giving us some options here in terms of that. Just like seeing which one I want. I want that one. What's this one? Okay, we've got brown hair as well. So for some of you, yeah, we're going to have gray hair or brown hair, brown eyes, green eyes, and then we have well-dressed, which is interesting because, like I said, that Mars in Capricorn, somebody very driven towards, you know what I mean, like, they might be well dressed in terms of they might dress like quite sharp as well, like a sharp dressed man. Like the song by ZZ Top, because every girl's crazy about a sharp dressed man. Anyways, obviously I'm joking, but yeah. Anyway, but yeah, so I would say that this person could, dress quite nicely, quite sharp. I feel like this is the type of person who probably wear suits or, something very nice, like have a good appearance, respectable kind of appearance as well. And yeah, so let's go into some attributes that this person has. So I'm just going to kind of keep my eyes off of it a little bit, kind of go with what I'm feeling. It might take a minute because I don't want to pick the wrong things, right? I want to do it intuitively. So just give me a minute here. Oh, I like seeing that. I think I want about 8 of them. So we're going to get 4 more. Oh, that's funny. Oh my goodness. Okay, I see. I see. I see. I get those ones, and I want this one, whatever that is. Okay, I don't know if I took more than 8. Who cares? We'll see what came through. Okay, we've got World Traveler. So this is probably somebody who's traveled around the world, has done some sightseeing in their life, okay? Or they want to be a world traveler. We have Artistic. Okay, let's see here. We've got oh, okay, that's interesting. Oh, okay. Let's see here. Let me just get these out. We're going to go through them one by one. Okay, so we have got quite a few little words here. Let's go through them. So we have the card Cheerful. So I want to tell you that this person has a very cheerful disposition. They're very nice. They're very kind. They are polite. They are nice to be around. Like, they're somebody that will make you smile. They make others smile. This person tends to stay in a cheerful mood, which is important because we do have high maintenance. Now, I did put like some realistic traits here, and some people are high maintenance. With Mars in Capricorn, certainly that's going to be some high maintenance. Like, they're going to be someone who's like, you know, I'm in it to win it, and I'm not going to take anything else for, you know, an answer. It's either that or it's not. And high maintenance people, of course, have beautiful outcomes oftentimes because they can get shit done, right? So like, think of Monica as an example from Friends. She's got a very high maintenance kind of personality, where my husband can be like that too. And it's like, they won't stop. They got to get it perfect. They want it to be, you know, it is what they want it to be what it's going to be, what it's in their head. And so they will go through great lengths to get what they want. Which sometimes can feel frustrating when things aren't matching their style or what they're wanting. Then they might be the type of person who, you know, can get a little bit irritated, you know what I mean, or whatever. But I think like that cheerful card really shows that where, you know, this isn't somebody who's going to be an asshole about it. They're going to, you know, they're still going to be able to be a cheerful person. It's not like they're too high maintenance to the point to where they're unbearable to be around. And I don't get that. And also because there's some other things here too. But we do see somebody who's very cheerful in nature, like I said. So even if they do have those high maintenance qualities, it's not going to be something that's like, you know, overbearing to the point of annoyance, because they still have a very cheerful disposition. So it's not like high maintenance and like bitchy. It's more like high maintenance and cheerful. Okay. And then we have Humble. And I was really happy. This is actually, I think, the first one that came out when I looked down and that I saw. And we have Humble. So this is a person who's not high and mighty. They're not on their high horse. They're not the person who's going to be, you know, abusing power as an example. This is somebody who's very humble in nature, who's very kind, you know, and I love that. Like, they don't abuse their authority. They have a good sense of, like, you know, humbleness to their personality. You know what I mean? And for a lot of you, I think they don't let the things go to their head. You know what I mean? Because we have Popular here, and that's, again, very interesting with Mars in Capricorn, because, you know, I kind of equate that with somebody who could be quite powerful. And this person, they attract a lot of attention. They are a popular person. Like, I think that they are somehow out in the public or doing something where there's visibility. You know what I mean? Even if it's just visibility in the small town you live in or whatever, you know, it's just somebody who attracts attention, attracts the eyes, as an example. But they don't let it go to their head. They're not cocky and popular. It's not like the, you know, the jock in the high school movies, like, where they're kind of like a jerk, you know. No, this is somebody humble. It kind of reminds me of, like, I don't know why, but She's All That's a movie, like, when I was, like, a kid, like, as a teenager movie of mine. But it's, like, Freddie Prinze Jr.'s character in that. That's who exactly came to my mind. It's not Paul Walker. Paul Walker was, like, kind of the jerk. But Freddie Prinze Jr. was popular, well-liked, but he was kind of humble, you know? Like, he wasn't, you know, a jerk in the end, right? And anyway, so we have very popular type of personality. We have a protector as well. So a protective person, it's somebody who will fight for their family. Mars there in the family room absolutely makes sense. Yeah, somebody who would greatly go to great lengths to fight for the ones that they love. They'd be very protective of you as well. It's just so funny. I have a little stupid story. I don't know if I should share. I'll probably waste your guys' time. But my husband, I saw a short on YouTube or whatever about how like men need to protect their ladies, and I was like, I sent it to my husband and I was like, well, like, you need to protect me more and stuff like that, you know, like, oh, I remember this one time, you know, sometimes we do these things, you know, or we'll like bring up something that happened like 10 years ago, 12 years ago. And so I told him that. He's like, so now he like jokes with me and he'll be like, watch out. Don't get ran over by the car. I'm protecting you. You know, now he keeps doing this protecting joke for me. But anyways, yeah, protective. Not like my husband with his fake protection. That makes me laugh, but yeah. Like, wait, I was just trying to be protected. Yeah, he keeps doing this. It's ridiculous. Anyways, we have health issues here too. So I kind of wonder if this person's had some sort of health concern. We have that message of concern too. So with health issues, I want to say probably this person's dealt with something, whether it was like maybe high blood pressure warning or, you know, maybe something more deeper. But yeah, health issues could be a problem here. We also have free thinker and independent. So I like this because I feel like this person has a lot of inner authority. They're not somebody who's falling in line. They're very much somebody who is able to, you know, think out of the box, isn't falling for the, you know, they'll really look at things from both perspectives is what I feel. So definitely somebody who knows how to think for themselves, isn't like a sheep type of personality either. Tell me more. Oh yeah, we absolutely have that driven for success type of person. This is somebody that moves on very easily, moves forward very easily. This is somebody who doesn't stay in sour moods for very long. This is somebody who's going to move forward with optimism, with strength, you know. This isn't somebody who lets other people's words define who they are. And it's like the type of thing where it's like somebody who really could care less what other people's opinions are. To be honest, in terms of like negative opinions, at times they could be a bit criticizing, and that is a possibility with the Five of Swords. But I would say generally they're more good than they definitely have way more good qualities than negative qualities. That would definitely trump over any sort of negative qualities. I feel like this person may also have a very strong inner voice that's very, well, high maintenance. Okay, if you look into the psychology of that, like why that happens, you know, it's probably because there was criticism, or, you know, there's that desire to really want to shine and do a good job. So again, this person may have kind of an inner critic. You know, it's sort of like that little dude that sits on the shoulder and tells, you know, them what's going on. It might be somebody who has kind of a negative inner voice sometimes, that kind of pushes them to succeed, which, like I said, can be, I think generally, like, I don't think this person is a depressed person at all, especially with what I've seen thus far, plus the sun in particular. This person wouldn't stay in bad moods for very long. So if they have a bad mood, they're going to make light of it. They're going to try to, you know, make amends. They're going to try to smooth things over. They're not a person, maybe they can come off harsh, and that might be something you work out with them a little bit, in the span of the relationship, or, you know what I mean. But I wouldn't say, and now look at how I subconsciously took my ring off. Now, this isn't my wedding ring per se. My wedding ring actually got stolen many years ago, and I haven't replaced it. Yeah, some jerk stole it to sell for gold. I think it was just a gold band, but anyway. But this is an important ring to me because I got it when my husband and I first got together. I bought it at a church in Siberia. And it says here some things, but anyway, so I kind of think of it, that's why I use it partially, because it's something that him and I got when we first got together, you know what I mean? It was sort of like, I don't know, sentimental, I guess you could say, for that era of our life. And so, and plus it says some religious stuff on it. But anyway, the ring, I took it off. So there may be moments of, you know, where there's a fight here, and I'm just telling you the truth. You know what I mean? Where it's almost like, yeah, we're going to break it, and then, but we'll put it back on. Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah. I try to pay attention to my, you know, what I do, because a lot of times there are messages in those subtle things that we do. So anyway, with the Chariot, like I said, this is definitely somebody who's very driven. Like I said, doesn't let much slow them down. Like I said. Okay, let's see what else comes through. Oh, we've got withdrawal. Oof. Okay. So that's interesting. For group number 1, we had sweetheart as well. That came out. So we have pure unconditional love, beloved. So this is definitely somebody who's very much, you know, attached to you. There's unconditional love that develops here in this connection. There's definitely a pure sort of nice, you know, sweetheart relationship going to develop here. And now here we have some interesting cards. So we have withdrawal. So quit, awakening, and rejection. This person may have had certain bad habits, or during the course of your relationship will, you know, maybe stomp out a few bad habits. We see a cigarette being broken here too. So we could see somebody who's going to quit some kind of bad habit that affects their health as an example, or somebody who needs to do that as an example. It doesn't have to be, this could be a lot of things. It doesn't have to be drugs or alcohol. It could be, you know, cigarettes, vaping. It could be overeating as an example, bad habits with eating, bad habits in general. But yeah, it could be somebody that, you know, is in the process of cutting things out in their life. And it's interesting with awakening. I do feel like this person's in a place where they're really taking ownership of their life. And that's something that comes through very strongly for me. Somebody who's kind of like starting over, starting brand new in a way, you know. And then we have mask, deception, pretending, and inconsistency. So I'm going to clarify that one a little bit because I want to see what is the deal. I do want to say that this person may put on a brave face. Like they may not, I don't feel like that they're inconsistent per se. I feel more so like they are somebody who kind of tries to act like everything's fine. Like they're always trying to move forward. They're not very reflective, to be honest, okay? They don't like to dwell in the pain or in the problems, okay? They will hide and mask their pain. So this is definitely a person that, you know, and maybe in some way you'll be able to really tap into that and see past that mask, you know, obviously, because we see that sweetheart card where, you know, there's love and, you know, kindness between the two. But yeah, I kind of feel like this person may wear a little bit of a mask. Like they're always trying to kind of hide maybe the pain, like I said, or, you know what I mean, act like everything's fine. That's what I'm getting with that. So now let's go into some charms before we end and see what kind of qualities. Okay, I'm going to stop there. Okay, we've got embrace your imperfections. Beautiful. So this may be a person that is able to own up to their imperfections as an example as well. And this may be something that they also learn in their relationship with you, especially if they are high maintenance a little bit and they're always trying to maintain some sort of perfection. Again, this might be something where, you know, they're learning in their life not to be always perfect, or that not everything always has to be perfect, that they don't have to put too many stress on themselves. You know what's interesting here is that we have a baby carriage. I actually think for some of you, you may end up having a child with this person. If that doesn't, you know, if you're like totally adverse to having a child or whatever, then don't take that. And obviously, you know what I mean? But I kind of feel like there could be a baby in this relationship. It's interesting because the sweetheart card shows that. I don't know if it's, did I put it? Yeah, there's an ultrasound picture. Now, in group number 1, I didn't pick that up, or I didn't say it, even though that card came out, because we didn't have this sort of additional clarification. So I do feel like Spirit is probably telling you that you're going to have a baby with this person, or a child of some kind, okay? A child of some kind. Could be like an alien. That sounded stupid. Of some kind. Okay, so we've got Virgo, we've got Leo, we've got Cancer, Sagittarius. So we have a few zodiac signs here showing up. So again, Virgo, again, perfectionist. Virgos, oh my goodness. But you know who writes the best love songs are Virgo Venuses. I often say that, but I've been doing a lot of research on Venus. I'm doing a huge series, and I've been spending months on like just Aries. But in the meantime, of course, I pick up little things here and there. And Virgo in particular, I've seen so many talented songwriters, love songwriters with that placement. Anyway, so of course, too, that could be like somebody who, you know, anyway. Then we also have Cancer, which is interesting because of the family room. I kind of feel like this person might have Cancer, Capricorn, you know, because the vibes, it's like the opposite. Okay, home, work, you know, sort of thing. And then we have Leo here and Sagittarius. So we do see some fire here as well, showing, and also the match here showing fire as well, too. So we do see somebody who's very like kind of philosophical, very prideful as well. We see somebody who, oh, we have the tree here with the roots. So to me, signifying family tree could be very important. Family in particular, building roots, settling down roots. It makes me think of roots. So again, maybe a baby, you know, having a child as an example, having a family, settling down, that sort of thing could be very prevalent here. We also have, let's see here, and also a child. We have a child, a daughter. Some of you might have a daughter, or they might have a daughter when you get together with them, depending, you know, where you're at in life, obviously. Oh, beautiful. We've got the cameo. So the cameo to me represents beauty. And we have well-dressed. So that well-dressed in the cameo tells me this person is going to be very physically attractive. Okay. And many admirers, you know, towards their looks. We also have the leaf with the new leaf, you know, and I take that as a new leaf starting over. Again, like I told you, I think in many ways, both of you are going to be really turning over new leaves in your lives together. Okay. And we have the key here. So this tells me that this is a significant relationship. You guys, you actually, your next, this partner and you are going to be opening some doors. Like, this is big. Like, I mean, as in like, it's very significant. Like, I think you'll probably, this could be your last relationship that you'll have, or the final, you know, or again, very key moments of life will happen, very key, important changes, okay? And we also have the turtle here, so we could see somebody with a thick shell. Of course, a turtle to me can indicate things going kind of slower. I remember when I was a teacher, oh my goodness, I was teaching, I told the kids once, I don't remember my students or whatever. I remember one boy was like telling me that, but turtles can be fast in the water. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. So yeah, anyway, just came to my mind. We have made for an angel and a little angel here. So again, this could be very like, this connection could be very much brought together by fate, by something higher. Again, angels could, you know, be kind of pushing this together, that sort of thing. We also have 1%. So this person might be somebody, okay, with health issues in the 1%, this may be somebody who is struggling with certain energy issues in their life. And their health issues might have something to do with like 1%. Battery, kind of like maybe they're overdoing themselves, maybe they're working too much, maybe you're going to be a person who kind of teaches them to have a different dynamic, as an example, not to always be go go go. They may wear themselves out a lot, actually. This person, they may be, you know, the type to overdo it. We also have love, so it makes you think of that song by Nat King Cole, isn't it? Love is for the way you look at me. That one, I don't know why, but that's what came out. And of course, you know what I think, this is really odd, but I know in Des Moines, I think it is, they have a sign. I think it's this one in Des Moines, Iowa. But anyway, doesn't have to be like that you would go there, but yeah, love here. There's love. This is a serious connection. And we have live, laugh, and love. So like I said, I think that you both will, because we have that cheerful, you know, type of disposition. So it is somebody who's very, they want to live, they want to laugh, they want to love, they want to have good things. Very nice person. And we also have the wand here. To me, the wand, it reminds me of the magician and someone very powerful. You know what I mean? Someone who has great power and, you know, great intelligence and, you know, this sort of a mental acuity as well. We also have Elizabeth, Queen Elizabeth, the, what does it say? The second, Queen Elizabeth II. So we have like a little charm here that is about Queen Elizabeth. So we could see somebody from the UK, someone with background in the UK. I don't know. This could be relevant somehow. Again, we think of royalty, and with the well-dressed and the Mars and Capricorn and the popular, again, somebody well-recognized, someone well-respected. And we have Paris, which is interesting because we had a world traveler. So again, maybe this is somebody who's been to Paris. Again, this could be signifying somebody who's very internationally, inclined. And then we have the cat here. So independent. This one seems kind of sweet. It's got his eyes closed. So it's almost like, I feel like you'll be very content with this person and they'll be very content with you. In fact, I really do feel like in some ways you guys will be that person that calms them down. You know, I was watching a clip earlier and oh my God, okay, this is very important. I know it is. Okay, because this is something I saw earlier by chance. And I oftentimes, when I get messages like that, even when I'm doing personal readings, there'll be something I watched earlier in the day or something that came into my sphere or a situation that happened and suddenly a person appears and it's like I have to tell them this story. It's almost like, I get signs to pass them along. So I was watching, because I didn't resonate with this for myself, but it just popped up and I was like, man, this is something. Okay, anyway, but this is something. It's for you. Okay, so basically there was a Steve Harvey clip that came up on my shorts, and it was on a motivational channel in particular, but in that Steve Harvey clip, he said something to the effect of like, can a man change? And we're not talking about whether this person is a man or anything like that. Don't take it this way. Can a man change? And he says, yes, but it's going to be for the right woman, basically, or the right man, or whatever, you know what I mean? The right person, basically. They will for the right person. And if they're not changing, that means they're not the right person for you, or you're not the one that's going to change them. There's only one that will be like that. And I have seen that time and time again in different life, like in my life, in different relationships, like where one person will act one way with another person, and then in the next relationship, they're a totally different person. You are the one for this person that will be able to actually impact them, to make this person actually probably was very independent and very much like a hard to pin down person, but you're the one that would change them. And I don't like to put in this unhealthy dynamic because this isn't an unhealthy relationship. This person's naturally going to fall into step. This isn't, I don't feel like a struggling relationship where it's toxic or it's got a bunch of qualities that are like kind of crappy and you've got to fight with them tooth and nail. So anyway, I'm going to cut this off because my camera's about to cut me off, but I wish you all the very, very best. Subscribe if you like this. Give me a thumbs up, and I will see you all in the next reading, okay? Have a beautiful, blessed day. Hello, my beautiful friends. Let's go ahead and get started on group number 3. So get settled in because this is going to be a longer one than I usually do. It's funny. When I first started doing my tarot channel, it was like 4 years ago. I think I just had my 4th anniversary earlier this month. But when I recorded this, but I remember I used to do longer. For me, a long reading, I'd be like 15 or 20 minutes. And I remember people would get grumpy with me in the comments and they would say like, it's too long. And then, so I would try to cut them down. And now I guess people are wanting longer videos. So that's nice, I guess, because I am a rambler. So here we go. We have group number 3. You've chosen this butterfly, beautiful butterfly. So let's find out who is your next long-term partner. Let's find out all the qualities and attributes that we can dig into. This will be longer, like I said. I have physical attributes that I'll be pulling out of this. I'm going to be taking some characteristics and stuff like that out of the bowl as well that I have here. And we'll do charms and everything. So let's go ahead and get started. We've got mature man. So that's quite interesting. I think for some of you, this could be somebody that's a bit older than you, as an example. Or, again, this could show a man. We also have moon in Libra as well. So we can see somebody who has characteristics of kindness, companionship. I think this is somebody who makes a good partner, who is very invested in relationships here with Libra in, moon in Libra. We see somebody who may like to have a very kind of like nicely kept home, somebody who values home and family as well. Let's see here. But yeah, that mature man makes me think this could be somebody who is a bit older. Okay, not for all of you. Now, of course, if you're getting into this and you're like, no way, that would never, then of course, perhaps ignore this card and look at some of the other qualities that are going to come through. We're going to get some physical attributes right now, so we're just going to get right into it. Okay. So we've got black eyes. So we have someone with maybe very dark eyes. Okay, we've got, okay. I'm not going to take that one. I'm going to put it back in and grab one more in here. Maybe it'll come back out. I guess it came back out. Okay, it needs to come out. Never mind. Sometimes I question, and then Spirit's like, take that again. Okay, so we've got, we've got gray eyes and black eyes. So we have two different, you know, two different colors of eyes. We also have short and tall. So to me, I feel like, well, I think why that came out most likely is the fact that we have somebody who is going to be shorter than the other. There's going to be a height difference for sure between the two of you, okay? So either it's like you're short and they're tall. If you're a short person, then you know you're getting with somebody much taller, and vice versa, okay? So we have a height dynamic. We've got here blonde hair as well. So blonde hair and or lighter hair, in, you know, maybe a lighter color of hair, and then we have gray eyes, black eyes, as I mentioned. So these are the physical attributes coming through. So let's find out a little bit more about, I would say that this person's great on social graces. They are very much a good companion. They may have been somebody who's dreamt or needed or wanted to be in a relationship. They may be very idealistic when it comes to relationships even. But somebody who finds great comfort in the other, as an example. They need somebody to look to, you know, get in touch with, you know. Okay, let's see here. I'm not looking too well here. I'm just trying to take what I feel resonates with me. So I'm not really, I'm actually looking up at the camera screen. And I can't read anything through that. So I'm just like going with what I feel. So just give me a minute. I'm going to go through and get quite a few of these, because we're going to really try to get some detail here. So take about 8 of them. I don't want that one. I want that one. I want that one, and I'll get one more. Okay. So that's enough on the attributes. Let's find out more about this person. Ooh, okay. Ooh, okay. So we've got, ooh, okay. Tough childhood. We've got good cook. We've got a collector. We've got similar tastes. We've got protective. Expensive taste. Strong. We've got rebellious. Taste. And mini friends. Okay, so what do we got here? So we've got the moon in a Venus sign, right? Libra. So this could be somebody who really enjoys spending time with you, who is very much somebody who's very agreeable too, because Libra tends to be agreeable. They want to, you know, find, because Venus is social graces, and we, you know, and it really represents relationship in general. So it's like somebody who will match your energy, somebody who wants to feel very connected to you. I feel like this person, they also may enjoy, again, spending time in leisure, doing fun things. We have movie lovers. So I want to say that this person and you probably will watch a lot of movies, or they might really like entertainment, watching movies, or, you know, that sort of thing. And you will have similar tastes. So what I love here is that, you know, you're going to find that you have a lot in common with this person. Like, you guys have similar tastes, maybe at home, you know, in movies as an example, in entertainment. I think you'll find that, or music even, you guys actually are going to be very similar. And what's interesting, taste came up twice. I don't remember doing this card or this little paper. but it says taste as well. And I thought that was bizarre that it came out, because I don't even remember writing that. And I don't remember what my purpose was with this. So I don't know if I was trying to write similar taste and then I screwed up. Anyway, well, it's out. So obviously taste, we have good cook. So this may be somebody who wants you to taste test everything. Like, oh, here, taste this. I made this thing. I'm a cook. You know, so we have somebody with like, you know, maybe a home qualities, like they want to cook and like, you know, that sort of thing. So we do have a good cook. So that's nice, especially if you're not a big fan of cooking. You know, this is going to be the person who's a good cook, who's going to make the food, take the chef role in the relationship. So we've got, and again, taste. So it's somebody who very much enjoys, you know, tasting and enjoyment, which is Venus, very much Venus. Again, Moon and Venus, very comforted by the experiences of, you know, the world in terms of like enjoy what we enjoy, hobbies, someone who really enjoys life. And what's funny is we have collector, and again, a very Venus thing as well, collecting things. You know, having, so this person actually has a collection of some kind. So whether it's baseball cards or it's, you know, figurines or stuffed animals or whatever it may be, like maybe they like Star Wars, or this person's a collector of some kind, okay? So they either collect antiques, like I said, cars, who knows, but they collect something in particular. So that's something that they like to do. They enjoy collecting. Okay, and it's funny because we have expensive taste here, so they might actually spend a lot on their collections. Okay, so we have expensive taste. So this person has high taste, high value. They like expensive things, perhaps. They might have high taste, like expensive taste in food, especially with the good cook. Again, they might want to spend money on quality ingredients for food as well. You know what I mean? They're not afraid to spend money, is one thing I will tell you about this person. They're not a penny pincher. And they like to have nice things. So this is not the person who's going to be like, yes, let's just drive that old 70s, 80s truck and we're going to just, you know, save some few dollars or whatever. No, they're going to want something nice. They're going to want to have nice things. Okay, so that's something here too. We have strong. So this person might be actually very physically strong as well. They may be somebody who goes to the gym, works out, but we have a strong personality in general. Somebody who's very strong. We have protective as well. So somebody who can act as sort of that, you know, patriarch is kind of what I get, the mature man. It's almost like, it reminds me of like a father, you know, type of vibe. Someone who's a protector, because what is an ideal father? A protector of the family. Somebody who's strong, who can defend the family, as an example. So we're going to see a lot of those type of qualities coming through. Okay, so we've got rebellious as well. So, oh yeah, and then we talked about similar tastes. So we have rebellious. So this person may have a rebellious nature. They're maybe, you know, they might have that rebellious side where it's like, who cares, you know? It doesn't have to be serious. I would say that, you know, we'll see what comes up in the tarot too, because I'm going to take some tarot cards and we're going to do charms and everything else. But yeah, there may be a rebellious nature to them. Again, we have that movie lover, so it might be somebody who really enjoys the movies, and that might be something that you guys do on an initial date. Maybe go to the movies as an example. That might be a sign as well. We have tough childhood, so this person may have had, I want to say that a tough childhood may have made this person a people pleaser, in particular because of the moon Libra. In particular, they might be very much attuned to what the other person thinks of them, so they might be a little bit, that might be something that they've adapted, you know, out of that. And we have many friends. So this is somebody who values friendship. And that's interesting about the moon in Libra too, because we see all the people there. So this person may have a strong friendship group. They may be very much, you know, the type of person who has quite a lot of friends. As an example too. Tell me more. We've got the Tower. And we've got the Temperance card. Yes. Okay, so I said something that is definitely the case and has been confirmed again. So the Tower card can talk about, you know, disruption, obviously. And with the Temperance card, I want to tell you that this is a person who likes to smooth things over. They don't feel happy when things are a mess, like emotionally. Their relationship should be smooth. When things are out of sync, out of balance, they'll want to talk about it, okay? Moon in Libra. Libra's, you know, it's an air sign after all, even though it's ruled by Venus. you know, which typically will often associate with, like, you know, the earth or whatever because of Taurus. But no, it's also the rule, you know what I mean? It also has that other dynamic of relationship, of companionship, of all these other sorts of things. And to me, what I'm seeing here is somebody who will go through great effort to smooth things over. If they see you're having trouble, they're going to want to help. They'll do, you know, what they can, you know what I mean? And yeah, the Tower can also show somebody who comes out of the blue. So it's almost like, for some of you, I will say that this person may come in your life like after a great breakup or during a tumultuous time, you know, where things are a little bit messy. And it's almost like they come in and they bring peace and help. You know what I mean? Like, it's almost like you get rejected by somebody and suddenly they come. And they're like, here I am. You know what I mean? Like, universe throws you to them, or throws them to you as an example. But we see somebody who's very, very calm. They may have certain explosions in life, but I don't really feel that. I feel like with the Temperance card, if anything, even if they did have a bit of a temper at times, it would be something that was very smoothed over, you know? And I could see somebody who like I said, enjoys companionship and peace and tranquility. So they would want to iron out any sort of difficult situations as well, you know, in life. Tell me more about this person. We've got merit making, goodness, humanness, and morality. So this is somebody with strong moral character. Somebody who, they may have a lot of Buddhist beliefs, or ones that align with Buddhism, because we see that sort of Buddhist imagery there. Let me see here. Okay. Oh, beautiful. Oh my goodness, family. Yes, definitely. So, okay. We've got, and I wanted to mention the numbers as well. We have 16, 14, 64, 43, 46, 7, and 5. I noticed that we have these 40s, so I kind of wonder if someone could be in their 40s, but I'm not going to push that on all of you, obviously, especially if you're coming at me and you're like, I'm 16. No, probably not then, you know, probably not the case. But anyway, so we've got that merit making, and like I said, goodness, humanness, and morality. I do feel like this is a person who has strong moral beliefs, has a strong moral compass, has a lot of goodness to them. And they perhaps like to fix broken situations as well, or be a mediator of some kind. This could indicate somebody who's a bit of a mediator in difficult, or has like a diffusion qualities in their personality. Like they're able to diffuse situations, to bring peace, to bring calm. It's almost like somebody who, like for instance, a paramedic who's able in emergency to really calm people down, bring them back down to earth. That sort of thing, like an ER worker, or, you know, anything of that nature where they're able to really, you know, assure the other person. It could be like financial crisis. They're able to kind of calm it down, to find the solution. We also have self-love here, and it says here, self-healing, independence, self-concern. So this may be somebody who does have a strong value of themselves, and, you know, for instance, would encourage self-love in you as well. But yeah, so we do see somebody who isn't, who has a healthy sense of self. And we have family here too. So bond, home, and background come up here. And so to me, I'm seeing somebody who is very invested in family. And of course, this could mean that you will have a family with this person, or perhaps they come with a family already, and you'll be very close to their family. Because this is definitely somebody who would like kind of bring you into the fold in terms of their family, is what I feel. And again, they are looking for family. Okay, so let's get some charms and see what comes through there. Okay, we'll stop there. We've got embrace your imperfections. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, there may be a little bit of frustration at times with this person, but they'll never give up. I actually look at this particular button. I know it's Arthur, and he's like kind of like having a fit, it seems like. But we have never, never give up. This person has a lot of grit. Like they are the type to really dig their heels in and really try hard for something, okay? This is a person who, again, very protective. We see those qualities. We have Libra showing up. So definitely with the Libra moon and Libra now showing up, we're seeing somebody definitely with some strong Libra or 7th house. Let's see here. We've got Taurus as well. So we have 2 Venus ruled signs right here. So again, Venus also very important in this person's natal chart. So it's going to be either in a prominent position or in its rulership or something, or exaltation. So like Venus and Pisces is an example, or Venus and Taurus or Libra, or again, maybe Venus in the 1st house or the 7th or the 4th or the 10th, okay? We also have Sagittarius here too. Okay, so let's see here. Those are some signs that we see. I'm checking if there are any others. No, there are no other signs. Okay, so we'll just put these off to the side now and focus on the other ones. So we have a cat here showing a strong independent nature. Oh, we also have the crab. Oops, dang it. We have the crab here, so Cancer. There we go. Sorry, I knew that there was another one. I was like, where is it? Then I saw it. So we have a lot of animals, interestingly enough. Hummingbird. We've got the fish. We've got the owl, the turtle, we've got the wolf. This person may be very much an animal lover, by the way. Somebody who really enjoys animals. We also have a Pegasus here too, so there may even be like a penchant for the fantasy worlds, that sort of thing, like maybe liking fantasy or some kind of thing like that. Maybe like somebody who likes magical things, or you know what I mean, like whether it's like video games or movies, or you know what I mean, fantasy is what I get, mystical. So we have the fish here, like I said, and these are actually from New Mexico, as far as I remember. I was given these from somebody, and I think they were made on a Native American reservation. So that's actually, you know, something to think about too here. I thought I might mention, just because 2 of them came out together, so it kind of signals to me something. Maybe someone who has Native American roots or indigenous roots of some kind as well, or has a great appreciation or something for this these cultures. But we have the fish here, which can indicate abundance and multitude and multiplying. And then we have, of course, the hummingbird, which I think of as a very like kind of excitable energy. I like hummingbirds for the most part. They used to scare me because they would fly near my head, but I feel better now. This is somebody who has a pack mentality, but also there's a good balance between independent and dependent is what I feel. And I do feel like this is somebody who has a lot of wisdom. They may move slow, but they're smart. This is somebody who's very smart. And we have a lot of hearts here. So, wow, we have I love you with the infinity symbol. We have 2 connected hearts, right? We have also this heart that says love, and then we have another heart that shows a rose. So definitely a love relationship, no doubt about it, and one that could be very significant. And I feel like this person's very taken by you, which we do have this button here, which shows that very strong physical attraction. It's like they see you and their eyes just go woo woo woo, you know what I mean? And then what I find interesting here is that we have a birthday cake. And we have another birthday cake. So there must be something about this person's birthday. Maybe you meet around their birthday, or they might be one that really likes to go out for their birthday. Like maybe they do a special trip every year, or they really go crazy for their birthday, or they love birthdays in general. Maybe they like the type of person who's like throws you surprise parties every year, or like tries to like really, there's something, I think this person likes celebrations, okay? That's one thing. And especially with the moon in Libra as well, it's like the home should be a nice place. There should be like, you know, happiness there. And so again, this person, I feel like there's something about them that's very focused on birthdays. You know what I mean? Like I said, I think for some of you, it may turn out that they're like, you know, very much like a, you know, birthday. They love their birthday. It's their favorite holiday. Maybe self-love. It's like they enjoy their birthday. They don't have any problem getting older. As an example, they just embrace every new year, that sort of thing. Yeah. So yeah, and then maybe as well, it's like they want to do a lot of things for you on your birthday, as an example. I think for a few select few of you, some of you might actually have birthdays very near each other, okay? Or something like that, or you'll meet them around your birthday. Okay, so that is your reading. Okay, I really, 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 really hope you liked it, and I hope it was informative for you, and I wish you nothing but the best. I thank you so much for being here, and please give me a thumbs up if you did like the video so I know. Obviously, when I get a thumbs up, it kind of signals to me, oh, people like this. I should do this again, you know, in the future. Because, of course, it's nice to do some of these things over and over, because every once in a while, because new energies and stuff like that come through. But anyways, I wish you the best. Take care. If you want a personal reading, you can do that through my Etsy store. But otherwise, have a good day or night wherever you are, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Hello, my beautiful friends. So if you chose the last group here, in our group number 4, let's get settled in. Sorry, I'm just cleansing my area. So let's see, your next long-term partner, or the long-term partner that you're going to have in the near future, or in the future, we'll see. You've chosen this hummingbird. So hummingbirds signify to me, personally, that the person's very kind of excitable, right? Because we have a very excitable energy with hummingbirds. They also can show fierce independence, and, you know, there can be like even the ability to kind of pull away when they're not having their independence met, as an example. Generally, the hummingbirds are very joyful creatures and have a very positive outlook. It signifies when a hummingbird's like a power animal, as an example, that's usually showing someone has a very positive outlook on life and tends to exude that aura to other people. Like, it's almost like it rubs off on others. So it's like a cheerful disposition. And I get that song. Oh gosh, there's a song, Sweet Disposition, maybe it's called. If I can remember it, I'll try to write it down in the comments. But that's the one I get. I can't think of who sings it or whatever, but anyway. And this may be somebody who really needs a lot of activity. They need a lot of physical activity in their life, obviously, because of course hummingbirds are very much that, and they may like to try different things. Think about a hummingbird likes to go to different flowers. So again, they might like variety in life. They're not a stick in the mud. They like, you know, to try new things, do new things. And oftentimes as well, the hummingbird can show somebody who's drawn to the light and the positive, and tends to shy away from harsh negative energies in general. So that's another quality that can come out from the hummingbird. And another thing that is actually quite interesting about the hummingbird is that it can show that, like, the person, not you, I guess, they can really confound others with their ability to go from passionate to cool to intimate to emotionally distant in the blink of an eye. So very like kind of dynamic behavior. You know what I mean? Like somebody who can like kind of switch back and forth. And, you know, we do have here the moon in Gemini. So it makes a lot of sense. We have house here too. So we're gonna do a lot of things here. We're gonna look at physical attributes, characteristics. We're gonna get even deeper. So stick around. We have charms, cards, all the things. So Moon in Gemini. So this person could have Moon in Gemini. That could be a placement that they do have. Of course, the Moon in Gemini actually reflects a lot of the qualities of the hummingbird. I actually love Moon in Gemini. I'm married to one for many years. We've been together 20 years this year. But yeah, so Moon in Gemini could be something here. Now, like I said, Moon in Gemini does tend to be very kind of like positive, uplifting, you know, very kind of thoughtful type of person. Again, likes variety, perhaps could really enjoy short trips and travel, learning, encyclopedias, knowledge, talking as an example. They may be a very talkative person. They like to connect with other people as an example and talk. It doesn't have to be to like every Tom, Dick, and Harry, but it could be like, you know, they kind of have a circle and they're kind of social. Like, you know what I mean? Whether, you know, no matter how big or small the circle is, right? But they'll at least have some people that they like to communicate with. And I think as well, you'll find that you'll communicate a lot with them. And they like a variety of topics. They may very much be technically inclined towards the technical. So it might be that they're very good at computers or good at IT, as an example, or again, very intelligent, somebody who likes to get the facts, figures, and knowledge. And yeah, like somebody who likes diversity, independence, freedom of thought, as an example, freedom to explore the mind. And again, maybe somebody who likes to maybe knows their neighbors, as an example as well, because Moon in Gemini could be somebody who like talks to the neighbors, you know what I mean, isn't a recluse. Perhaps it's like somebody who's polite, who's kind, who talks to the people around them. And that's funny because of the house as well. So this could also be somebody who has kind of like, let's say, I'm kind of getting the vibe of like somebody who moves around their house while they're talking on the phone, as an example, or somebody who, you know, maybe even likes to change up their home a little bit as well, like maybe move the furniture around, or, you know, explore different things there. They may even work from home for some of you as well. They might be remote. Now, I was going to say here with the house as well, is somebody who very much values home. They may be somebody who owns a home as well. But let's see some physical attributes. Of course, home and family. You may end up living with this person too. We've got gray eyes. So they might have grayish blue, grayish kind of color to their eyes, gray-green, you know. Oh, we've got blue eyes too. So maybe for some of you, blue or blue-gray. Let me see here. We've got short, so they might be on the shorter side for their, you know, for their culture, gender, whatever. Or you know, that. We have longer hair. God, this sounds like my husband. He has blue-gray eyes. He's also kind of shorter for a man. And he's got longer hair. That's funny. Okay, we've also got blonde hair. Okay, so I'll stop there on the physical attributes, but yeah, we have blonde hair, short, gray eyes, blue eyes, long hair. So again, maybe gray, maybe blue, but maybe grayer kind of thing. We have blonde hair or lighter hair perhaps. And then we have a shorter person and we have a bit longer hair. Now, it doesn't have to mean long down to their back or something like that. It could just be longer. You know, it's not like a buzz cut, okay? That's for sure as well. And of course, like, yeah, I said, maybe a bit of a shorter person. Or maybe perhaps you feel very short next to them. That could also be. Now I'm going to go ahead and get my bowl out. And here we have a lot of different things. And I'm going to go a little bit crazy here for a minute while I'm taking some. But I'm going to do it intuitively, okay? And I'm not really looking at them, not focusing too much besides on whether I feel intuitively drawn to take it. I want this one too, okay? Attributes of this person. I want that one. Okay, I'll look down for a minute. I'll take two more. There's that, and then I want that. Okay, that's it. We've got some. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. So we've got them all out now. Okay, let's talk about this. So we've got quality time. Now, quality time to me is, I did all like the love languages sort of in this bowl, and you guys have the quality time one that came out. And so to me, this is somebody who feels like they want to spend time with you. Like, this is somebody who values quality time and spending time with you, talking to you, especially with the Gemini moon stuff going on as well. This is somebody who gets emotional comfort through words, through talking, through conversation, and so I want to say, I feel like you and this person, and we also have acts of service too, which we'll talk about as well. So we have the two types of love languages coming through here. But yeah, we have somebody who very much values, you know, spending time together. And, you know, that's a big love language for them. They want to feel, and with the house there, it's like quality time in. And I think this is important to reference as well, because we do see a lot of outward energy. And I feel like for some of you, it's important for you to know that this is not somebody who's constantly gone or wants to be out. They want to spend time with you in general. So anyway, we have party animals. So this might be somebody who likes to have fun. They might like to go out a lot. They might like to, yeah, be a party animal. And maybe in their younger years too, they may have been a party animal. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be that they currently are, but that might be some attributes that they have, or that just like maybe they're the life of the party, And I kind of get that because we have it in the public eyes, and we'll talk about that in a second, a little bit deeper. But I kind of wonder if it's like they sort of attract attention. It's like they're the person that everyone wants to talk to at the party. You know what I mean? Or they're the ones who's going to be flitting around like the little hummingbird and kind of talking to everybody. It's like they visit every flower. But that's not to say that this person isn't loyal, okay? We have the word trustworthy. Okay, so we have indications that this person is a very trustworthy person. They don't tell no, they're not a liar. They're somebody you can trust. They are somebody who is loyal, faithful. These sorts of qualities come through. Okay, so although they enjoy diversity and they enjoy like maybe talking and stuff like that, it's just, that's all it is. It's like they just like conversing. They're not going to be disloyal to you. Okay, just in case that fear came up when you kind of thought, oh, they're, just in case. And then we have acts of service. And this is very interesting. I feel like this person, so we have the moon in Gemini. Gemini is ruled by Mercury, right? Which rules the hands. And so it's kind of like somebody who actually do things for you with their hands. Like they're going to fix things for you, as an example. They might be very good at fixing things, or, doing those types of love languages are going to be important for them, where they're going to be doing things for you. They'll show that they care by fixing your leaky faucet. They'll show that they care by, checking under the hood of your car and making sure the oil's good. Or, you know what I mean? Like they're going to do things for you as a way of showing that they love you. Okay, so acts of service is going to be a way that they really express themselves as well as the quality time. Okay, we also have musician, which is very interesting because of course moon in Gemini, again we have hands, so again hand-based musician. I want to say like guitar, violin, piano as an example. We're talking about the fingers and the hands here with the Gemini stuff kind of coming through. So I have a good feeling for some of you. It's like a person who is maybe keyboard or, again, some sort of musician, somebody who has a good taste for music, a good ear for music. And I feel like this person probably knows some sort of instrument. Okay. And we also have likes history. So this might be somebody who really likes to discuss history, maybe likes to watch documentaries about a certain period of history as an example as well. They might have an interest in ancient Egypt or in the royal family of so-and-so country, or, maybe just generally likes history. But yeah, there's a value for history. And so I think that you'd find that this person likes to visit like historical museums or historical places. Perhaps even when you're like kind of together, it's like they want to take a trip and they'll be like, let's go to this historical place, They value it. They value history and they like it. Okay. So we also have good cook. So, and I want to say that it seems like this person, like I'm just picking up multi-talented. And even with the moon in Gemini, it makes me feel like someone who's very diverse. They have a lot of different interests. It almost feels like okay, I'm just going to be honest, a jack of all trade, master of none kind of vibe. And not to say that they're not a master of anything, but I kind of feel like this person's like somebody who knows a little bit about everything. They've touched it all. You know what I mean? In life, they've tried this hobby and that interest, and they've read about this and they've read about that. So it makes it someone who can really talk to anyone. You know what I mean? Like they just have that adaptability, And so, yeah, we have a good cook, somebody who enjoys cooking, who probably has a good flair for it, whether it's barbecue or, being more in the kitchen side of things. However, that comes out. But yeah, we definitely have a good cook. We also have a gamer. And it's very interesting because, of course, Geminis in general can be very mentally adept. So, of course, chess and like, any type of board games, games in general tend to keep them occupied. They like the change. They like the dynamic usually. So this person might like a certain game, okay? So whether it's board games or whether it's a video game, I think you'll find that they're a bit of a gamer at heart, okay? And then we have athletics. So we also have somebody who may like athletic games. They might even be like in a, like I have a friend, a guy I know, actually, he's a musician. He's a famous one, actually. Well, in one country, not in the U.S. But yeah, anyways, he actually still keeps up and he's like older than me. I think he's like even just like a few years older than me, I want to say. So he's like nearly 40, like me. And he's still in like a football team, like still at his age. He still goes out and plays, you know what I mean? Not competitive, not professionally or anything like that, but it's just like he has a group of guys, he goes out and he plays football, and they have a little club. And then like also he likes to do the tennis inside, you know what I mean? Like, or whatever. And so again, you might find this person's very athletic, or they have like athletic abilities, as an example too. They might enjoy playing, like, you know, it might be like the person, it's like you're having a holiday and they're the one that will go out to the basketball hoop and be like, hey family, let's get together, let's do this basketball game, you know. And yeah, so we have that. And then we have in the public eyes. So like I told you, I already feel like this person probably attracts a lot of attention. They're very good at networking, they're very good at socializing. They're a social butterfly, I feel like, even though we have the hummingbird here, but I still feel like this is a person who's really adept at the social skills. And like I said, in the public eye, could mean that this person's face is plastered around town, as an example, or they, you know, a lot of people know who they are. They might be a staple in the community. This is the type of person who makes himself, wherever you go, a staple in the community. They're going to be the person who networks themselves, who knows who other people are. You need a mechanic, ask them, they're going to know who to go to. You know what I mean? If you need this, ask them, they'll know who to go to, or they ask about these things. So it's like they're like a little walking dictionary, you know, a phone book type of person. And then, like I said, but in the public eye, it makes me feel like this person really does attract attention. They might be very, like, you know, charming, good looking, that sort of thing. Again, they may actually have a public career as well, obviously. And then we have artistic. So somebody who has artistic qualities and abilities. I like it with the musician in particular, probably somebody who, you know, makes music perhaps, or has a good ear, as I mentioned for that. And like I said, trustworthy. And the house card, right? You know, going back to that, I really do feel like this is somebody who's like home. They are trustworthy. They're stable, just like home. You know what I mean? They're not going to go anywhere. Despite maybe the more excitable personality traits, you know what I mean? Okay, so tell me more about this person. Oh, nice. Oh, they may actually be a very good driver. And that's funny because of the Gemini thing. Because, of course, you know how many Gemini risings I know that are drivers? By the way, like a lot for some reason. Anyway. Not all, obviously, but I've seen a lot of them have driving careers at some point in their life. Like where they're like doing Uber or something, or truck driving or something. Even my husband, he was a school bus driver at one point. But I know a lot of them. Anyway, but yeah, driving. Could be somebody who drives a lot, likes to commute, likes trips, likes to travel, that sort of thing with the chariot. Especially car trips in particular. They might like road trips. But also we can see somebody who, again, is very driven. And you remember when we were talking about the hummingbird being somebody who doesn't dwell too much in, like, this is a very happy person. This is not somebody who's like emo. They're not like somebody who's down. They're very positive. And they will try to help you as much as possible. And again, even that Two of Pentacles makes me think of that acts of service. It's somebody who will take on extra things for you. So they're not selfish, you know. They may be on the worst side, they could be a little bit selfish, but I don't think generally they'd still put their neck out there for you and they'd help you out. And this may be somebody who tries to help everyone out. It might be somebody who devotes a lot of their time to different people as well, you know, like I'm going to go fix, you know, your grandmother's this, or, you know, I'm going to go do this for so-and-so or this for so-and-so. I do feel like this person's quite busy is what I feel. And even here with all the hands, it's like their hands are everywhere. They've got like 4 different hands. And it's like, yeah, they've got all the hands in all the cookie jars, right? In that sense. And so I do feel like it's somebody who's very busy and always has something to do. Not bored, not sitting around doing nothing. And I see that even through here. We have like musician, we have multi-talented person, I have to say. Like very multi-talented and yeah, not somebody just to sit idle. Yeah. It's not, yeah, and see, but the problem is that, what do they say? Idle hands make something. What is this saying? I can't remember. But yeah, it's like they don't sit around and dwell. So they don't get time to feel like reflective or sad or, you know, get into moods. I feel like this is a person who's always looking for it. They've always got something to do. They're always preoccupied with something. But they're very joyful, like I said, very happy to be around, and they have a lot to give because they are very emotionally content within themselves. And they like to have a good time. I think this person is probably very good at throwing parties, has a very good personality, you know what I mean? Can attract a lot of people to the both of you, you know, make you have a more social, active life as an example as well. And yeah, let's see. What else comes through? Oh. Okay, I feel like Spirit's like, hey, don't make sure that they know that they're not like too crazy, because we have calm and sweet dreams. So I will tell you that this person can be calm. They're not always like, you know, they do things with like a purpose and stuff like that. They're not completely, you know, off the wall. We have loneliness here, and that's interesting because I will tell you that this person, although they may be very, very social, I will tell you that some of their relationships might be somewhat superficial or kind of like at arm's length. You know, it's like where it's, their friendships might not be on a very, very deep level. And I feel like in you, they're going to find something that brings them a sense of completion in terms of somebody very close to them. Like you're going to be their very close person. Yeah, like I said, I think they have a lot of social graces. They have a lot of social connections, but they may be like at the end of the day on a very like harsh level, meaningless in a way. It's not meaningless, but it doesn't provide them with what they need. You know what I mean? Like on a deeper, deeper, deeper level, it only can kind of mask so much. You know what I mean? It feels like certain need, but they don't have you. And I think that's going to be something that you bring to them in a way. And then, of course, we have calm here, inner peace, simplicity, and meditation. So, again, I thought this was coming through probably because Spirit's like, hey, you made them sound like they're jumping off the walls. And they actually do have that ability to be calm. It's not like they're go, go, go all the time. I do feel like that they know how to step back, especially sweet dreams as well. This may be a person who still can have a lazy day, and they do enjoy being at home. Despite all their social things, like that you know, their social natures, they do like enjoy home. And I think that's kind of going back to that original card, the house, you know, showing that they do value home, they do value, you know, sitting at home and all that sort of thing, right? And again, this may be somebody who really values their sleep with Sweet Dream. Okay, and we have strategy, planning, prediction, and mind reading. This person probably is actually very good at mind reading. Actually, I have a good feeling to you that this person will somehow try to impress you with mind reading somehow. It's almost like, you know, oh, you're probably wearing this color, or you know what I mean, trying to make guesses and act like a little mind reader. I don't know, I'm just getting that may be something that the person tries to do to you as like maybe a joke, or I don't know, whatever, but it's kind of funny. And they're very good, they actually have very good intuition. They're very good at predictive behavior. They can see things coming. They're very adaptable, and they know how to change accordingly. And that's funny because I said adaptable, and then I looked right back up to that Moon in Gemini, and it says adaptability. Okay, I'm done. Let's see. Okay. We have the love between a grandmother and granddaughter is forever. Now, this may not be a granddaughter, but I kind of feel like this indicates that they will have a strong value on one of their grandparents. Okay? So they may be very much connected to a specific grandparent, particularly maybe a grandmother. Okay? We also have Taurus here. We've got Gemini. Again, so Gemini's coming out. We have Libra, and we have Virgo, which is interesting. Virgo is ruled by Mercury as well. So we may see 6th house, 3rd house being busy, 7th house, and 2nd house. Or, for instance, these signs might be relevant here. let's see. I'm going to put them all right here, these little signs. And yeah. So it's funny because we have the wolf here. And to me, you know, this can show somebody who's like a leader of the pack in some way. I do feel like this person really sticks out as a leader of some kind, you know, in their relationships. Like, they do stick out. But I also think that they do value the pack that they're in. Like, again, they have connections, you know what I mean? But they're very loyal, and they are mates for life. Like, you know what I mean? We have Sense and Sensibility. Ooh, okay, so that's a novel by Jane Austen, if you are not aware. And so, so we might have certain qualities there. Maybe it's Alan Rickman. And well, I'm thinking, of course, of the Emma Thompson version with Kate Winslet, because that's my favorite version, but there have been many versions. But anyway, and maybe for some of you that might be, they might resemble one of the characters there. And then, of course, we have strong is beautiful. So very strong kind of person. Very strong. And we have you versus you. I want to say that they challenge themselves quite a lot. And I think that you'll find that they challenge you as well. And you'll grow a lot through this relationship as well. And I think they set a lot of challenges for themselves. So it's like, in the sense, it may also mean that sometimes they'll be their own worst enemy. We also have this, we have the rainbow heart. So for somebody, this might be pointing to LGBT or something Q+, something there. Not for all of you, obviously. Of course, this could mean, to me, I think of the rainbow and I think of like diversity as well, or artistic as well, because of the colors of the rainbow. Again, we could see artistic qualities coming here. Someone who has a good eye for color as an example. And we could also see somebody who has like maybe a very full heart, very diverse friends, very like kind of like all-encompassing type of person. We have the butterfly coming up as well, which is funny because I talked about the hummingbird qualities, and I feel like the butterfly qualities can be kind of similar in some way. And then we have the peacock. Oh, we have two butterflies. Interesting. Okay, so two butterflies. Anyway, and then we have this peacock here. So of course, to me, that represents pride, beauty, really sticking out. I think this person will go through great lengths to impress you as well when you meet them. And we have the musical notes. So musician, you know what I mean? Another, gosh darn it, what's the thing? Music connection, or, you know, something like that. They may really like music, be a musician, or maybe you connect on music. But yeah, music's important to this person. We also have angels watching over me, and this person may believe in angels or have some stories of like moments where they really felt watched out by some kind of higher being, as an example. And also it can indicate that an angel is guiding you towards this connection or guiding them towards you. We also have don't look back, that's not where you're going. And so we have a happy-go-lucky attitude, right? This person is not the type to dwell in the past. And we already kind of spoke about that with the chariot and a lot of the other things. Even the hummingbird, they're not going to sit there and dwell and be a pity party and be like, oh, my life, this happened in the past. Like, I don't care. They don't care. It's a rear view mirror. Who cares? Like, I'm looking forward. And we definitely got that so much in this reading. And again, not to say that they don't have feelings or that they're not able to sympathize, but they're not going to stick in like, and they're not ever going to be unhappy. Everyone will be unhappy, but it's how they deal with it. They're not going to be like the person who's going to be swimming in that pain for like, 50 years, and like, in 25 years they're going to be bringing up the past. No, they move on. Okay. And we have the eagle here. And so to me, this eagle is in a flight, like kind of like the mode to catch something. So it makes me think of the catch what they want. I see this beautiful bird outside on my sunflower that's dead as a doornail. Oh my goodness, it just caught my eye for some reason while I was doing this. I just kind of looked out and I'm like, oh, how cute is he? Anyway, but yeah, and it's funny because I was looking at the eagle. But of course the eagle, one second, let me grab my little book here. I love this thing. I just want to look it up and see. Because sometimes it has things I can't think of at the moment. Because I'm a little bit ADHD. Okay. So, you're a very spiritually involved individual and a born leader, and people gravitate quite naturally towards you. That's a power animal, eagle. So, yeah. Like I told you, this person, a born leader. You're willing to endure challenges and struggles because you're confident that you can meet them, and you trust that they're necessary for your spiritual development. So again, not that they don't have challenges, but they just handle them. They're adaptable. they'll figure it out. They know, they have confidence that they'll figure out anything. And so that's why they don't dwell in, like, you know, restriction, or, you know, in the depths of despair or whatever, because it's like, no, I'll get myself out of this, you know what I mean? Even though you're an old soul, you must still go through various initiations throughout your life, and that will ultimately lead you to living a completely spiritually directed life. So again, there is that old soul vibe, but there needs to be a lot of interactions with the world, you know, and a lot of lessons. And you take advantage of opportunities without hesitation and with the strong faith that there will be lessons or gifts that you will discover in doing so. Again, it's somebody who's not afraid, really, because they know that they'll just learn something. And again, Gemini is very much like that, you know. They take it, you know, for what it is, and like, oh, well, I'll learn. I live and I learn. You know what I mean? Okay, so you guys, that is your reading. I really, really, really hope you enjoyed this. I hope you did. Let me know in the comments below what you thought, and like if you haven't already. I'd love it if you gave it a thumbs up so that, you know, YouTube knows, I know that you like it, so that I can do more things like this in the future. And then of course, you know, love it if you subscribed if you haven't already. Put the notifications on. If you want a personal reading with me, you can do that through my Etsy, which is up in the description box. And also, you know, you can do things like my Amazon wishlist if you wanted to gift me something. Of course, that's always appreciated, but you don't have to. You can tip on the video if you want to. You know what I mean? But you don't have to. It's all optional. I wish you the very, very best, you guys. Have a beautiful and blessed day. Sorry it cut me off there. My stinking camera. Anyways, lots of love. Bye-bye.